Today, let's take a visit to the world-famous Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn, Michigan. It's Martin Luther King Day and in 2025, and it's packed jammed because the admission is free today.
Oh, I remember these things.
We have the old Mold-A-Rama for
seen
$5 now.
Down in Florida.
Okay.
Back in the 70s.
You could get your molds made of Henry Ford there for only $5. And we're in the main hall. Really cool DC3, I believe that is.
Reagan's car.
Nice 59 Cadillac convertible there.
Reagan's car.
Presidential cars. Nice Eldorado, very distinctive shape. Beautiful fins, taillights. American automotive at its best. The iconic McDonald's hamburger sign, over 160 million sold. Beautiful 56 Chevy Bel Air convertible. A&W root beer sign. Beautiful neon here. There's a diner back there, actually open and serving food. Take a look at that. 15 cents, the good old days. Take a look in this diner. Here's an exit. Oh, classic. Fine dining indeed. The safety car. Got that right. Famous book. Texaco station with a cool fuel truck there. Look at that straight old stoplight. Chevy neon. Old gas pump. One of my very favorite cars is a checker cab. Beautiful New York City example, 8P96. Iconic decals of the Checkers. Checker special decal. The rates back in the time, $1.15 for the first 8th mile. Iconic, beautiful American favorite. It's a 1981. Some of the advertising. Yeah, I miss seeing those on the streets. If you're old enough, you remember them. Meat sauce. Some weird bicycle stuff here.
Look at that folding bike.
Nice Segway.
Look at that Honda. Yeah.
Very old.
Dad had one just.
70s, I guess. An electric car. Little box. Famous Holiday Inn neon sign. Very cool. A sample of what it's like, or what it was like back in the day. You got the shag carpet, nice and comfortable, but cinder block. Might be cold in the winter. And here's a nice 55 Corvette on the other side of that sign. And a DeSoto Firefly. Sportsman version, 4-door. It's a scream, I tell you. Beautiful 1939 Ford Deluxe is parked outside the room. Very cool. Nice T-Bird at a toll booth of back in the day. 20 cents toll. And here we have a, I think it's 1954 Cadillac Series 62 race car. I wasn't aware that they did that a lot. Nice example. Here's a pace car, Camaro, 67. Nice old neon. NASCAR legend Wendell Scott, 1966 Ford Galaxy. Very cool. I don't remember seeing this in here before. It's nice that if you don't visit super often, you'll be able to see things you haven't seen before. Very nice. Ken Block, who passed away recently in a snowmobiling accident. This was one of his Hoonigan cars that he raced, a Ford Fiesta. Probably seen many of these videos where he races the car around doing all kinds of stunts. Beautiful colors. Great looking car. Very nice to see that in person. Here's an old race car. Basically heavy duty bicycle tires. Interesting steering system here. Interesting racing stuff back in the early days. Hope you don't fall off there, buddy. Nice colors on the wheels, at least. Picking up some dust. Here's a nice case full of interesting model cars. That's pretty interesting. Very sharp stuff in here. A Land Speed Racer on the Bonneville Flats. Very cool looking car. Dirt track racer, a mountain climber. Looks like a Ford that Dan Gurney and AJ Foyt raced at the 24 Hours of Le Mans back in 1967. Beautiful Indy car, 1984. March 84C Cosworth, raced by Tom Sneva. Sharp 65 Lotus, powered by Ford, driven by Jim Clark. Beautiful green. Beautiful 1988 Indianapolis winner, Indianapolis 500. Rick Mears, Pennzoil car, Miller High Life, gorgeous color. Wow, that's cool. A Gary Ormsby dragster, Castrol GTX. Racing against the Willys, 33 Willys. That's a famous car. Ohio George and the Malco Automotive Chemicals race car. You can operate these Christmas tree lights. Great looking car. And here's a Ford Fusion that won the Daytona 500. This is Wood Brothers Ford, driven by Trevor Bain. It's got all the confetti that fell on it. Sponsored by Motorcraft. One of the names synonymous with Ford racing. Famous number 21. Very nice. I think in the collection of the museum there is a Bill Elliott Coors T-Bird from 1987, which I don't think is on display yet. But that'd be neat to see. Cool cutaway of a Chase Elliott Mountain Dew NASCAR. And the number 3, Richard Childress Racing, driven by Austin Dillon. Of course, the 3 car was made famous by Dale Earnhardt Sr. 2001 Chevy Corvette C5R. Number 2. Tim Flock 56 Chrysler 300, of course. Primitive safety equipment, of course. Basically a bench seat. Good luck to sliding all over the car in a high-speed turn. Gorgeous 2016 Ford GT. Gorgeous car. It's like half race car and half street car. I'd kind of rather see the race version. Well, here is one. Very cool. This is also a 2016. Gorgeous color. Loving that. Even has some race damage. to wash it up. Take it as it is. Wow, there's 4 of these at one time there. Nice graphics here. Great angles. Another two-tone GT. That's a clay model, actually. Scale model of a Ford V8 engine, 427. Put the focus on that. Beautiful 56 Ford F100 truck. Jerry Unser is the marking on it. Owner is Bobby Unser. Beautiful colors. Very sharp looking truck. 1956. That's the way they made them. A Wood electric truck from 1900. Electricity. Back then. Not too good looking though. And here's a nice name that was familiar on highways everywhere in the country. Roadway Express delivery. A beautiful Ford C700. On the road, CBS Charles Kuralt did a show. This is a 1975 FMC motorhome. You might have seen it on the roads back in the day. There's the back of that Wood electric truck. And here is a nice trailer truck. Beautiful orange. Very nice looking cab here.
They look waterproof though.
1952 Federal 45M truck tractor. Very sharp color. Meet Bluebird School Bus, number 1. 1927, beautiful condition. Come around to the other side to see a better view. What museum would be, or Ford museum would be complete without an Edsel? Not really the best cars ever made, but they are notable. Edsel Ford was in charge of this. Beautiful 1937 Cord 812. Gorgeous cream color. Very nice looking car. Whoever had these really had something gorgeous. Tough lighting in here, but there's a nice 1931 Duesenberg Model J. Very handsome looking car. Old street car. Back when there was just 4 total wheels on it. Fort Collins Municipal Railroad. Car 26. There's a train layout. Nice Conrail switcher. And over there is a Lions Pride train. Too bad this wasn't enough to propel them to win their playoff game this year. They lost to the lowest seeded team while they were number 1. Maybe next year. Well, it's kind of a neat idea. Hell's Gate Bridge in New York is here. Looks like Snoopy is on the tracks too. A nice diamond up there on the upper section. We have Thomas running in there as well. In addition to model trains, they've got some real trains here, including this massive Chesapeake and Ohio locomotive. Hard to see with the glare. We'll get on the other side of it, it should improve. Much better. Front end, massive, beautiful looking. Very cool. Tough getting shots today because it's so crowded here today. Anyway, the drive wheels on these are almost as tall as I am, only a couple inches shorter. A little better view is of a model of one. Cool bell sounds.
This has a 1 to 32 scale model.
That is amazingly cool. Beautiful whistle sounds. Massive tender, had to carry a lot of coal there. '49 Kaiser Traveler sedan. Fairly bland color. Looks like Battleship Gray. Now it's become popular again. Ford Taurus. When you first got one of these when they were brand new in 1986, they were pretty good cars. Now there's an enduring, actually worthwhile having car. 65 Mustang. classic billboard. You'd see these along the highways, as you do now, but they're more modernized. You had these lights at the base to light the signs up. 55 Chevy Bel Air, two-tone. There's another view of the NASCAR Galaxy. '60 Corvair. I think these cars never change in here. There's that Cougar, Toyota, 1973 Chrysler Newport. Look at the size of that. That's quite a bit of car to fit in your garage. And conversely, here is the Dodge Omni from 1978. Very small car. These cars didn't really last long. I mean, they were really cheap, of course. And some of the early cars. 32 Ford Cabriolet. Very sharp looking. '14 Ford Model T touring car. '03 Ford. Classic Ford shoebox. Actually a two-door, even though it looks like it would be four. 1949. Iconic front end. 1937 LaSalle Coupe. Nice looking car. Back to the diner. Get to see the Bel Air. Tough to get an unobstructed view of that. All these poles everywhere. Always wind up coming to this. So we're actually going to eat lunch at this diner, and they don't really have cooking ability, so it's all sandwiches. So you could have a breakfast that consists simply of toast only. Hope you're not that hungry. And there's only 4 items of platters. Alright, so we're now eating our food, and basically we got our sandwich and chips and soda, soup. All good stuff.
Cheers!
Cheers is right. So after a fine meal, take one more look. It looks like there's a bunch of pies in here. It's like a cherry pie, an apple pie. Very nice.
That's missing the chocolate shake.
Look at this.
That's this.
Very
That's missing
nice.
the chocolate shake.
Vanilla shake too.
Got some cookies, salad items, chicken salad. Focus on that.
Wait a minute, I just paid $10 for my sandwich. It's up there, so it's
How about it? Good old days pricing. And so this diner was actually based in Massachusetts. It says it was outside. Little boxes of cereal, remember that. That's a good price. See some aircraft now. Ford airplane. Single propeller. Single blade propeller. As we hear Martin Luther King's speech. Very topical today, of course. sculpture here with a Ford Tri-Motor. Not a, I guess it's not a Tri-Motor. Still cool nonetheless. Now there is a Tri-Motor. Nice diorama kind of a thing here. Gorgeous car. Traveling, dropping off a passenger at the airport. Yeah, pretty big. Triple blade propeller. Beautiful plane.
This one is 19.
The Quran is always the same. We want to be free. That's all this whole thing is about.
And there's a
We are
beautiful
engaged in any violence with anybody and in any negative proof. We are determined to be people. And we shouldn't have to live the way that we are forced to live. We are going to let it make us. We are going to let it go. We are going to let it bow. We are going to sing.
And that section was Heroes of the Sky, Adventures in Early Flight. Nice light. Here's the industrial machinery section. Electrical power lines. Corning glass ribbon machine. 600 light bulbs there in that stack. So much to look at here. Tower of Power. Yeah, it's got some good strength over there. Very good. A bunch of padlocks. Handles and hardware of different type here. Huge machinery. The dark satanic mills of England. Such a bleak idea. So big you can't take it all in. Nice windmill up there. Water and wind power. Make a 1965 Mustang. Oh no, is that worth $5 to you? Beautiful wall illustration there. And some old telephones. The old Rosa Parks bus. Everybody's got a line to go into the bus. Henry Ford's violins. Very impressive looking collection. Chairs in a museum. Not any of them ones that look like they're comfortable. Matched sets. Big piece of farm equipment. It's a combine from 1975. Kids can sit up in there, pretend they're driving it. Looks like a Tonka vehicle. Back in the day, the company made Tonka. I think it still exists now, but they made these very durable metal trucks and dump trucks and things like that. Self-propelled combine from 1938. And everybody's favorite is the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. This is from the 1950s. Beautiful condition, of course.
Whoever gets there first can pay for Saturday.
There is from the other side. There's this miniature version here. There's a bank. $1952 to be exact. Pardon the super annoying sound effects. Almost looks like an airplane from the front. Wallace and Gromit, that was a favorite animated show that came on years ago. Apparently they have an exhibit starting at the beginning of February. Another favorite is the Dymaxion house. Circular, metallic, aluminum finish. This is the only one in the world. There's a big line to get in. And this was made by the Beech Aircraft Corporation. A New Way of Living for 1946. Nice old poster in wartime, encouraging you to invent something. Cool tin item, basically a monorail car. Save your cooking grease, waste fat, to make explosives. Cool bombs, bro. Nice jukebox there, Wurlitzer. Nice newsstand of the day. Old reading material about movies. Life magazine. Shirley Temple. All sorts of farm equipment. Ford tractor. They made so many different things. They actually made Jeeps in World War II. And that's quite a contraption there. Looks like a steam engine locomotive. Back to the annoying noises. I'm going to take a quick look into the museum store. Some neat commemorative t-shirts here.
Harper, let's go. Harper, let's go.
Some of the things we saw in our video.
Telling Kurt, I remember coming in here as a kid and buying rock candy.
Okay.
In a box, remember that?
You mean the ones that pop in your mouth?
Yeah, Pop Rocks, rock candy.
No. And for some reason we have Red Wings items here.
Sweatshirt.
Very nice. For $150, that could be yours. Always one of the coolest logos in the NHL. Back in the day, they made a Barbie, and that was one of the most famous or popular selling versions. Cool hats. Mind over matter. Get it? Detroit 1929 Cycle Division. The Henry Ford. That's a sharp looking hat. Model T. Nice sweatshirt. I like that shirt. Here's some water globes.
Back in the day, it came
Iconic Cobra symbol. Hoodies. Nice keychains. An easier way of seeing this bus is when nobody is around. And so this is a postcard, and we'll look at it that way. Just as good. If you want a model of a Mustang, this can be yours for 40 big ones. Alright, then we have 1/64 die casts here, different ones. Trying to see if there's one I might want to bring home. Mostly a lot of Firebirds here for some reason.
working tailgate, the doors open, I think.
Demonstrating a nice F-100 from 1956. Doors open.
Doors open.
Very
Get
nice.
this one open. There we go. Tailgate opens.
Beautiful. Authentic Ford. Loving that Barracuda. Super stock, 1968. And here's a nice Super B. But if you're thinking of buying one, make sure you've just won the lottery, because believe it or not, that's hard to believe. That's what they want. Alright, so this is a nice Cuda, and it's only 15 bucks. Much better buy. 300 bucks? It's not even marked. Very cool though. Get a membership. So that's our look at the Henry Ford. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this video, please hit a like and a subscribe and hit for notifications for more interesting content like this. Alright, sir? Thank you very much.